everybody? Sarah and I are on the road. We're going to Maine. And when you're on the road, it is important to even stay as healthy as you can on the road. And in this video, I'm going to go over some tips with you how to stay healthy and happy on the road. Now, I think a lot of people would describe road food as what they would describe me as being salty and sweet and ultimately not very good for you. So I got, before on the road, a bag of snacks and treats, healthy snacks and treats that I think are a healthier and good option to have for you rather than getting your greasy food and then overpaying for your food like your snacks at the local gas station. So let's go through what we got here and check it out. One of the most important things you want to get while you're on the road is your protein. It's really easy to have fatty, sweet, sugary foods. So what I got here is like basically dried edamame with a little bit of salt on it. Very good. A little bit of carbs, a little bit of fat, but nothing crazy. Nice and balanced, right? And plant-based, always good for you as well. And you can't go wrong without your source of protein bars. I got this one, cake flavored for Sarah, because I thought she would like that. I like cookies and cream. But yes, protein bar. You don't want to overdo it. These can be expensive too, but definitely at least having these on hand is a good idea. I got these. Usually, like beef jerky is a staple road food, but I decided to try some like plant-based jerky. So let's give these a try. So, upon opening the bag, it smells like jerky. It looks like jerky, but is it jerky? No. Oops, I dropped a piece. Oh my god, that is spicy. You're gonna like this, Sarah. She likes spicy. She likes spicy food. Verdict?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Salty though. Gotta be careful. When it comes to beef jerky, it's easy. Yeah, you can get your protein, but you can like have your day's value of salt in just one little serving of one pouch of this stuff. So careful in eating this. You eat these sparingly. If you do need to have something carby, I like pretzels. Pretzels are good because they're just generally just carbs. Just carbs, not a lot of fat usually. So at least you're not eating too much macros in that sense. It's kind of a lower calorie food. I think it's a good choice. I think when I bought this, they did subliminal, like secret, like clever names to get you to buy something. Because when I first saw this, I thought it said nipple. I was like, nipple! But it says Ripple, which is a plant-based milk. And I love my high protein milks. I love milk. But I just said, you know what? We're on the road. Let's get something a little more interesting and new and exciting. Let's give this a try. Are we there yet? Cheers, everyone.
Someone's getting the new road.
Ooh, that's quite good. Ooh, it has a weird aftertaste. When you first drink it, it tastes like it's like regular milk, but then it has kind of a greeny, kind of a plant protein powder type taste to it. And here, right here in my hand, I think is one of the best and cost-effective things to have on the road. It's these like deli type tuna salad pouches. We're like $1 each in your local shop, right? Or local grocery store. And there are, yeah, she's right. There are other flavors as well, but I like this. There's like, you can get sweet and spicy. You can get hot buffalo style. Or plain. Plain's good. But it's got high protein in there. I got another pouch in here that's like 17 grams. Again, you're talking about like staying full on the road so you don't get hungry and bored. Because, you know, when you get on the road, you get bored. You get like hungry. You just want like...
It's hard to get protein too.
Yeah, it's hard to get protein. And you like just crave that like immediate satisfaction thing because you just like you're bored and stuff. But this right here I think is like key. You don't spend a huge amount of money on like things like beef jerky, right? And this is like $1 and it gives you awesome bang for your buck. So I recommend these.
They even come with a little spoon attached to it.
A spoon? You can get a spoon attached? I'm also a fan of Gorp, right? and for those people who don't know what GORP means, it stands for granola, oats, raisins, and peanuts. No, that doesn't necessarily have to mean that your trail mix has to be GORP, but it can be, other cool things. But I like, do your simple granola stuff as well. Again, a little salt, a little, on the sweet side, a little treat here and there. But again, something to have, a little share, snack on. Have like a little 30 grams of that. That's one serving usually, and that's really good too. So, at home, we usually have a scale to weigh our food, so you make sure you're tracking everything. You're not overeating on anything, right? So on the road, that's kind of a pain in the butt thing to bring with you, right? Because it's like, oh, you got to pack, you got limited space in your bags and all that kind of stuff. But what is a quick and easy trick you can do to make sure you're having not too much? You're going to take your hand, you're going to form a little pouch, cup, hand. You're going to cup your hand like this, right? And what you can fit in this little cup is basically around, give or take a few grams, a serving of what you're going to be eating. So, for example, that does not mean that you go, oh, you mean like this? You just put your hand in the bag and you see how much you can hold in this hand? No, that's very different. It's what you can simply hold in this little cup right here. That is, give or take a few grams, a good way of not overeating but having a proper serving size. So what might a little cup of a serving look like in your hand? Just like this. I cut my hand, and these nuts fit, or not nuts, granola actually, fit in my hand just like that. That's a good serving. So we just pulled into a pit stop, because when you're on the road, you gotta pee, and sometimes number two, but sometimes you definitely gotta get some water and some other stuff. I don't know, maybe you need to fuel on gas, but when you get to your pit stop, you want to get out of the car and stretch a little bit so you stay nice and loose, because it's easy to get tight and uncomfortable while you're in the car for long periods of time. So I'm going to show you some stretches right now what you can do when you get to your pit stop to keep nice and loose for the road. So I would recommend doing a combination of hamstring and squat type stretches. Here I'm doing Russian baby makers, grabbing my toes, pulling my butt down, my chest up. These are Cossack squats, basically one-legged squats, which get your groin nice and stretched out. But this could be challenging for some people. So I recommend also, if you can, doing a simple wide-legged stance like this one, and just basically getting your groin stretched out like that. Here's a shoulder stretch. Put two hands on the car, shoulder width apart, and get that head through, nice overhead position. And then just do a simple forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, get those hamstring and lower back nice and stretched out as well. You could even just get into a nice deep squat like I am here. Just get nice and deep, get the hip flexors stretched out, and then while you're at it, why don't you bust out a few squats? Keep those knees over the toes, get a little bounce in there, and then here I'm stretching out my lats, just kind of walking my hands to the left and right, gonna get those sides stretched out. So we're getting back on the road again. So hopefully those stretches...
On the road again?
Is it a song?
I can't wait to get on the road again.
I don't know this song. Who's it by?
I don't know. It's from Shrek.
Oh.
Donkey singing.
Oh. So hopefully those stretches are helpful for you. Yes, squatting can be difficult for some people sometimes if you haven't had a lot of experience with it, but some of those stretches though, hopefully can be of use to you. You want to stay loose. Especially those hamstrings, if you're sitting for a long period of time, those can get really tight. So you want to just keep nice and loose and get the blood flowing again so you get more energy back into your system and your body.
Am I going the right way?
I don't know. We're about to find out. No, I think we have to turn around now. So, just to recap, when you're on the road, it's important not to get completely off the rails on your health journey or in your health goals. You want to pack some healthy snacks. I still stand by those tuna packs as being like pretty paramount, especially cost effective, but also giving you lots of protein, which is hard to get on the road. You want to stretch also. Whenever you're taking a pit stop, get those squats in, hamstring stretching on. That'll keep you nice and loose. Get those hip flexors stretched, those shoulders as well. That's going to be helpful as well. You can pack a salad. Yeah, pack a salad, pack some fruit. I mean, I just gave you an example of some snacks you can buy in the grocery store versus like snacks in the gas stations and on the road and the fast food joints, which you want to avoid and such as much as possible. But, when it comes to anything in life, we're going to go off-road. We're not going to have our routines all the time. We're going to not be having all our tools available to us. So when we're on the road, these are some basic things we can do to keep as healthy as possible and not go on a complete bender off-road, so to speak. But have a good trip if you're on a trip. Have a good day. Peace!